Okay. Okay, we're waiting for people to come in. So, not now. We're just, well, good evening, Queen Meek. What? What are you saying, Queen Meek? I need you all help my son lit. What? Queen Meek, what are you talking about? Good evening, Kevin Hart. Good evening. Oh, girl, because oh, okay. Hey, good evening, Ashley. How you doing? Are you doing okay? How old are your son, Queen? Good evening, Helen. I know it's late. I know we're coming in here a little late. We're gonna wait. 29? Okay, was he being disrespectful? Was he being disrespectful, Queen? I know it's very hard for us women. I was a nanny, yes. I was a nanny, yes. Okay, he's 29. Let me tell you, 29, I had to kick my son out at a certain age, but um sometimes we're just going to talk a little bit. I'm going to put you in our prayers. I am going to pray for you. I hope everybody that comes in pray for you. Good evening, Valerie. I hope everybody that comes in pray for you. But it comes a time when a person outgrows the home, and it's just a growing pain. Um, and I know you're hurting right now. Good evening, Frank. How are you? And I know you're hurting right now. And us mothers, we love our our sons. For some, I mean, we love our daughters, but we know that them boys get out there and we're trying to protect them. And sometimes we protect them a little bit too long and they just grow. They grow outside of the home. That means, you know, you being a mother, it's hard to tell them what to do. Somebody else came in here. We're going to get this straight. Okay, Valerie and Ashley, I already said good evening to you guys. We might have maybe not that long, I know, because we didn't do a lot of things that we normally do. We didn't get our post out there. I am sorry, you guys, we didn't get a lot of things done. So this is probably going to be maybe 30 minutes. We got a lot to cover, but it may be just 30 minutes. But I want to talk to Queen for a little bit because she is a part of our family, you guys. If you don't have Queen, we're that's the person. She's in the chat room. Queen, say something. We are trying to help one of our own people that's from the community get their numbers. Whether it's subscribing, whether it's going over there watching her lives, whether it's whatever. But we have been making sure that everybody knows to go and subscribe to her. Um, and right now, she needs prayer. So everybody in that is a believer. I'm not saying everybody, because I know everybody is not. So just the only people that are believers, that believes in the blood, believes in Christ, please pray for her son. Okay, you guys? Please do that. And I could say a little prayer if you guys want me to. I might mess up a little bit, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nothing. But I'll go ahead if you guys would just get in your right mind for just let's do this for maybe give us about 20 seconds And let's just pray for Queen's son. So, Heavenly Father, we come to you in the name of Jesus Christ. Let's pray. We're praying all together in the blood, in Jesus Christ's name, that Queen's son will be okay out there in this wilderness. We know that the sons do have to grow up and be a young man. We understand that. And we want them to come into agreement with everything that's in your word. She is a believer. She is a daughter of yours. Please protect her and her son in Jesus Christ's name. Just love all over him. And if he needs to come home, bring him home. And if he does not need to come home and you need to teach him whatever you need to teach him, let your will be done in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Okay, you guys, it's done. I mean, ooh. Anyway, you guys, if you don't have Queen, let's keep her in our prayers when you go to bed tonight. I know how hard it is to, you have your son and he goes out and you've got to, you got to let him go. You got to let him go. And you got to stand on it. Now, if he needs to come home, let him come home. Hey, good evening. Helen, I know we're running late. We didn't do none of the things. Thank you, Helen. We didn't do none of the things that we normally do. I know there's some breaking news going on right now. We went ahead and posted it. There's 4 officers that's done got shot in Philadelphia. I'm going to tell you something about Philadelphia, you guys. I've never been there before, but it is getting rough. I mean, it's getting rough everywhere. And yes, there's Queen right there, you guys. Yes. And I'm going to tell you something, Queen, and I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place. This is what happens when I wake up in the middle of the day, you guys. I'm all over the place. And I know you guys know that my husband was in the hospital. He's out, and I'm trying to keep track of him. And he's a go-getter. He's out there and trying to keep him home, and he's wanting to go, and I have to keep up with him, and so he just tires me out. But so I've been trying to get some sleep, and Helen and I did not get everything together today. So this is a rush job. This is what rush jobs look like when you haven't, beat the grind like you normally beat the grind. But I'm going to share with you guys, like I said, this is going to be a 30-minute live. We normally go for an hour. We're not going to go for an hour today. And or if you guys get off in the conversation and we get taken there, that's what we do. But we're going to talk about the Malia Davis case for a minute. And I know I'm all over the place, but let me go right back for one more time because I don't want anyone to think that, oh, I just said that and I really didn't mean it. It's just that's how my mind, it races. I cannot stop my mind from racing when I can pick up 3-4 conversations, you guys, and go back to them. I don't know if you guys can, so I know I'm all over the place, but first of all, see, and that's why I have to write stuff down. I have to write stuff down because if I do not, then sometimes people would think that, well, you didn't, you didn't even get your things together and get your facts together. Well, maybe I did get my facts together. Well, maybe I did get my facts together. So it's just that sometimes you just all in a disarray. But Queen Meek is a part of our family. She's been here for a while, and we are definitely keeping her underneath our wing. And if you do not have her, subscribe to her channel. We are, every time we turn around, I don't know where she's at in her numbers right now, but we're trying to get some of our own people to be, live so that we can have content that we are compatible about that. And we don't have to be in agreement or anything, but have you ever been in a room, like you go to a room and nobody looks like you, nobody wants to talk to you, You know why? Because some things are dominating. I mean, some races, some genders, some things that just doesn't fit in your character. It dominates and it saturates, and then you're left out. That is what happens in certain particular things, like in the media, social media. So when you go looking for things so you can, I wonder what happened. Let me go and pray about my son or something. And somebody that understands me. Oh, nobody's on live. You know why? Because we have not sponsored or we have not supported that person. Okay? I mean, we just got monetized a month ago. Okay? And somebody sponsored me, and I want to return that to someone going forward. So we always, if you're in this community, we always sponsoring people that is in this community. Now, if you're not in this community, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Come a couple of times. Let us get to know you. Let us get to see what you're talking about. And then maybe that's a possibility. But we're not going to go out the rams and sponsor people when we have people right here and we have thousands and thousands of subscribers that they could be connected to, that looks like them, that thinks like them. Like there's same things that happens, whether they're believers, whether they go out and cook, whether they're having mukbangs, you know. We want to make sure that your channel grows. There is no jealousy over here. So that is the first thing that I think that's Crazy P in the house. No, that's not Crazy P. That's Sherelle and Mel. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for jumping in. We are running so late. I'm sorry, you guys. We've had so much to do. We're making sure everybody that comes in the room, and this is only if you're a believer. If you're not a believer, does not pertain to you, because we have believers in here and we have people that don't believe, and that's okay. This is not a Christian channel, but it is, operated by Christians. I'm just letting you guys know. That's not a secret, okay? It's just, I just don't have those type of discriminating values. I mean, I can get along with everybody if everybody can get along with me. If you can't get along with me, then, I'm sorry. But I have friends of all shapes, size, color, race, or whatever. I don't have a problem. It's just some things they can't deal with me. Like, say for instance, and I'm going to share this with you guys. I had a client, and he was Asian, but that was not the problem. I mean, the problem was he liked the things that I really didn't like. Like, say for instance, he liked to watch porn. I don't want to watch porn. See? I don't want to watch porn. But I would have to, since they were like paralyzed from the waist down, I had to sometimes click the TV. Most of the time, I clicked the TV for him because he had it hooked up to the internet so he can watch what he want to watch. Now, even though it didn't, you know what I'm saying? Now, I can only take so much, but I gotta make sure that that person get what they want, because they have a right to it. You see what I'm saying? Then that same client had a wish, one of those, one of those wishes that, he was really not supposed to be alive, but he was a quadriplegic, and he wanted to go to NASCAR. And so he had the money, so he paid for the trip. Had to get a couple of nurses to go with him, 24-hour care or whatever. We get there, because I've never been to NASCAR before. And yes, they have to pay our way to go so that they can have their day of fun, what they dream to have or whatever. But we get there, the other nurse gets hurt, and I have to take care of this person. 24 hours for 4 days straight and go to every NASCAR event. And I'm gonna tell you something. There was a lot of racism there at that place. I think I was the only pepper in the salt shaker. Okay, and that noise there was so loud I couldn't hear. And then at night I had to take care of him at night by myself because she had fell and hurt herself. So I had to go to this event in the daytime because it's 24-hour care. He paid for our ride, he paid for our room, and then, I had to take care of him every day and go to every event, been called out my name, listen to this loud, couldn't hear after the event. Hey Tamika, how you doing? I can always see when you come in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hey Trevor, good evening. And Mel, I said good evening to you before, and I'm going to say it again. You guys, thank you guys for coming. I am so sorry we did not put out sometimes we try to put out that post so that you guys get a little bit of, hey, they're getting ready to come on. And I know Helen. Helen is in here and she's working diligently, like always. But we are going to talk about, okay, you guys, and I'm so sorry. We may not be on here long because, like I said, I'm very, very tired. I'm drained, and I'm just having to get some rest, and I'm just not getting it. But if we do go longer, because we having fun, we're gonna do what we do. That's what we're gonna do. So I am going to check this out. Okay, that looks good. That looks good to me. And like I said, I'm sorry, you guys. We're gonna be talking about the Malia Davis case a little bit. There's nothing new going on with the Malia Davis case. We are still trying to. We did get some information on what was it? We did get some information when we went back and looked at some things when we was in the chat room uh, couple of days ago, and that was that basically we were getting into. I guess we were getting distracted from a lot of people's personalities. And I'm sorry for that if we got distracted about some personalities or whatever, but sometimes you've got to shake, you got to shake um, the whole situation up to see, what you have left. And we did do that. And, I don't regret it whatsoever. I'm sorry that we had to do it. And basically, we had to be transparent about what was going on. So if anybody had heard anything, they wouldn't be like, oh, let's go see what they're doing and let's see how they react. I'm just going to definitely be honest with you guys. And we're going to react the way we react. We all have feelings, and hopefully we can respect each other's feelings. And if we can help you, we're going to help you. If anybody came in that didn't hear, we are keeping Queen Meek in our prayers. We're also, want to lift her up. She's having issues with her son. And if you go back and watch the channel, you'll know what they are. I'm not going to put it out there anymore. But let's just keep her in our prayers, you guys. And I'm serious. Don't say you're going to pray and then walk away from here and don't. That's not good. Okay? Don't do that. Because if you're not going to pray, or like say you, even if you think there's a chance that you might forget, let's go ahead and pray right now. We've prayed just a minute ago. Just take, even though that we're talking, just close your eyes right now. Just close your eyes right now. Say a little prayer for Queen. This is what you do when you really a Christian. I'm just being honest with you. Don't tell somebody you're going to pray for them and you don't. That's why I just stopped and did that. And if anybody knows me, I'm not a type of person that pray right on the drop of a dime. I'll be stuttering all over the place. But if it's in Jesus Christ's name, I don't care. I'll be stuttering and stumbling. I don't care. because that person is coming to me, and I don't want to forget. I don't want them to think that I'm just a fake or I'm a liar or I just need numbers. I don't need none of that. I do believe in the blood, and I do believe that I've been in a situation like that. I know how it feels when you have to do what you got to do to your son, and and I'll share that with you guys when I put my son out. I'm not going to tell our business that much, but I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, me and my son got into it because I actually was helping him and his girlfriend. And, she had kids, but she had pretty much was taking over my home a little bit. And I was already a little bit upset about it, but I was just making her comfortable and stuff. And I literally didn't feel well with it, but I kept doing it. So, and at the time, my boyfriend, which is now my husband, was telling me to, I have a soft heart. So he was telling me you can't let him just run over you. And I couldn't park in my driveway. They never would move their car. They would eat up all the food. They wouldn't help with the food or whatever. The kids was all over the place. I come in, I couldn't get no sleep. I couldn't come in and take my shower like I did. Then when I was talking on the phone, they were mad because I was talking about something that they said or did or whatever. And then I said something, well, they said something to me. It blew out of proportion. And that's when I knew it was time for him to go. We got in a heated discussion. He left like he's supposed to do. Because, see, when you're grown, you're grown. When your parents can't tell you nothing, it's time for you to go. He left with his woman and her children. And you know what? I didn't go looking for him. I prayed about it and went, uh, that's it. And in a couple of days, he realized, and he had a nice car. I had given him a nice car. He had an Escalade, so he had a really nice car, and he just thought he was on top of the world. Couldn't nobody tell him nothing, and you know how females are. They will make those men act a fool, and he really didn't. Really, he's not a bad kid, but anyway, he got out there, and in about 2 or 3 days, he done called me. He wanted me to tell him to come back home. I wouldn't tell him to come back home. I just say, hey, how you doing? All right, you good? You straight? And we had a conversation, and one day he just basically told me, Mama, why you ain't told me to come home? 'Cause you don't need to come home. You know, I'm not gonna ask you to come home because see, you the one said I'm leaving, and I said, good. That's what you need to do. And that's what he did. No, I'm not going to go running. Now, as much as I love my kids, I'm not going to go chase them down. Nope. We don't do that. See, when you let them do what they need to do, and they get out there and the world shows them that, hey, when you lay your head down, you're going to have to watch yourself. You didn't have to do that in mama's house. Hey, when you take the last dime you got and spend it on something to eat and you ain't got no gas, or your car breaking down, or you at somebody else's house and when they leave, you gotta leave, or they want you to go get a job and mama wasn't pressuring you, which she should have been pressuring you. She was being really light-handed with you, and now these people is calling you names, looking at you funny, talking about you, you don't do this and you lazy or whatever. If that's what you wanted when you got out there, that's what you got, you know? That's what you got. I think I see China Moon in the house. Yes, haven't seen you in a while, China Moon. So you guys, I know, we can look at numbers all day. Numbers sometimes. You guys, we can go out of here, and then in 24 hours, what live we just did, hit 1,000 views. So trust me, it's been happening. So we've got a lot of people that's always in the bushes, and I know now how to check and see who those people are. So I want to thank you guys for continuing to come to the channel and watching us and supporting us. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. And So anyway, you guys, so in the Malia Davis case, we had discussed a little bit about how um, we were unhappy with they have not charged anybody else, and they're saying that the vehicle is not Brittany's. And what else is they going to come out? And they're confirming that everything Brittany said is true. Now, do you guys think that this is something that the police is doing to make her feel comfortable? Or do you honestly think this is the story that they're trying to tell us? I need to hear you guys. Hey, Helen Baker, how you doing? Glad to see you in the house. We were trying to make sure you got here. Hey, Leslie, how nice, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay, you guys, you know, Lush Lush is in the house. Did somebody say Lush Lush is in the house? Cause Tamika, yes, she is. Good. Lush, she's in the house. Nice to have you. There's a young lady that I have. Oh, Clarissa's in the house. Thank you from New York. You guys, we've got our beat coming. I thought I would have it today, but I don't. I don't have it. I thought we was gonna have our beat. We're gonna have to start doing our roll call and welcome y'all in the house. But if anybody want to shout out where they from, let's go down the road. We already know we got New York in the house. Who's else? Where you from? Where you from? Let's see. If you prideful, where you from? Let me see where you guys are from. We got New York. Atlanta's in the house. Oh, Atlanta. We're coming to Atlanta. It might take us. We've got Baltimore in the house. Wisconsin's in the house. Kentucky's in the house. Illinois is in the house. Illinois again in the house. Oh man, Illinois is in the house. Chicago got it going on. Chicago. I don't know if that's Chicago, Illinois, but because Baltimore again. Oh, Baltimore again. So you guys are Baltimore. Where is that? Is that I've never been. Louisiana's down south. We got you on Louisiana. But where's Baltimore? I've never been to Baltimore before. Um Baltimore is a place I just Ohio. Ohio's in the house. Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland, yes, okay. So that's up there in the East Coast. Bloomington, Illinois in the house. You're 2 hours from Chicago. Okay. Yes. Okay, so Baltimore is up east. I could have went to Baltimore. We had just came back from New York. Never been to the East Coast before. Never in my life went there. You guys, if you've never went to the East Coast, like some people, you go to everybody always have to go to Las Vegas. We know that. Go to Las Vegas. Have your little fun because it is different. It's a world. It's a world, you guys, that especially at night, and if not just in the new town, but in the old town Las Vegas, you go down there, you'll see things you'll never ever see again. I mean, here's something that happened to us, you guys, and it never. You guys think that, um, you know how you so slick. See, I was born on the north side, which we call, you know, um, you know, the the dirty north, which the ghetto, which I don't know if this town can have a ghetto, but it did. Hello, Tina Holland. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Um, but it's the bad side of town. And so, if anybody knows anything about growing up on the bad side of town, you guys know what you can do and what you can't do. You know that, right? Somebody just wrote me a big old thing, so I got to read it. Okay, they are trying to divert your girl. Heard a neighbor of Brittany talking for other neighbors being interviewed on the phone. Said that Brittany place was nothing from hearing yelling, slap noise, crying. What, Helen? What are you talking about? Helen Baker trying to tell us something, you guys. I better shut my mouth. Helen Baker's trying to tell us something. This is the conversation room. To get my attention, you got to put the conversation out there. Okay, what is Helen trying to say? Because here your voice will be heard. Helen, hi host. Oh, Kurt Singh. Nice to see you, Kurt Singh. Never seen you before. And he says, looks kind of different, but hi host, welcome to me and your host. Oh, nice to have you here. Lucy in the house. So Helen say they are trying to divert us, girl. Heard a neighbor of Brittany talking for other neighbors being interviewed on phone. Said that Brittany's place was nothing from hearing yelling, slap noises, and crying. Oh, well, thank you, Kurt Seen. That should be maybe Kirk Sean. Okay. He's speaking to the people in there. It was kind of a little bit, kind of like, who is this coming in here? Who's coming in the house? Kirk Sean? Kirk Sean? Okay. Have you guys seen the video of Bob Wire Fence? Could be how DV got his injury. Bob Wire Fence? No. Who's got... That would make sense. But, that would make sense. A barbed wire fence? Yeah. See, Tina Holland just brought something. Okay, Helen Baker says that the police was nothing but evil. Said she left 9:26 a.m. They heard Darian and her fighting bad before she left, and she was yelling about giving ring back and never saw baby again. I believe that, Helen, because that's my narrative. Amp Easy did a video. Amp Easy? Is it the amp that be in here? Because there's a guy named Amp that comes in here, and he is one of the family in the community. And we should always... I usually try to go out in the community during the week, and if you guys got videos, let me know you got videos. I come and watch them and support you, give you a thumbs up, let you know that you're doing a wonderful job. Try to encourage you guys to continue in your journey. Some of you guys, I'll be honest with you, some of you guys are going to make it. Some of you guys are not going to make it. That's just the way it is. Not everybody's going to make it. Not everybody's going to be, willing to sacrifice as much, and trust me, it is a lot. Don't never let nobody tell you you can't do it, but if you don't want to do it, you will stop. Okay? No, and you don't have to stop. You just, even if they change the rules, you don't have to stop. You can continue to keep doing it. We're going to get some information about this. Helen Baker, I'm glad that you came in here and you said something about that, because that you said that, because see, my thing is not working here and I can't see nobody. Brittany left at the time. Okay, and then Helen Frank gives you, okay, good. Okay. Place girl, not police. Okay, yes, a YouTuber. Oh, he is one of ours? Is he one of ours, or is he someone else's? We was talking about the barbed wire fence too last night with Kish Me Out. Okay, live. Okay. That makes sense. And hi, Kirk. Okay. See, which mean that he put the bag in a different place than what QX said. He found it. That makes sense. That honestly, some things is not going to make sense and some things are, but that makes sense that those scratches that was on him, the back of his leg and his neck and his... But here's the thing, you guys, even if those scratches was on there, and I'm not shooting nobody down. I just want to know what you think. It makes sense, but so much cover up in that case. As exactly, Sherelle, exactly, because how do he have all of this barbed wire fence thing going on? But when he walked into that hospital, he had a clean white t-shirt. It would have been some blood on it. It would have been some dirt on it. It was crispy clean like he was finna go to the club. He did. He did, you guys. BB plane was due in Massachusetts at 4:30. I believe it. I believe it. So this is what we do in this room. We're bringing information together so that we can try to get some kind of understanding. Okay, yes, if he put it over the bob fence, the mower would have never ran it over. So you're talking about that fence that goes on the line of the street, because that would be maybe private property. Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but I don't believe in that a lawnmower running over. Now, because I'm just waiting. With all the twists and turns in this case, I'm just waiting for the police to come back and say, "Oh, that wasn't a body or something. That was something else, or that was another baby or something." I'm just waiting for them to back that story out, which they don't have to, because they already got us all food and fighting with each other, which we shouldn't. I'm sorry. You're okay, Marie. We didn't put out the notary notifications like we normally do. We usually be on it, but I know that we've been working a little bit, and I've been asleep trying to get some rest. And Helen, you know, she didn't hit me up until 10 minutes till time to come on. I didn't get woke up until 30 minutes till time to come on. So this is what you guys get. Thank you for coming, Marie. Marie is in the house. Our God. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. So everybody's talking about them scratches. But what about him walking in? Let me see if I can find where, oh, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I cannot do it, you guys. Huh. Hmm. Okay. So so you guys were talking about them scratches probably came from a barbed wire fence. Yes, most definitely. See what I'm saying? I don't have. I just say, well, did he go home and put on a nice clean shirt after he done got rid of? See, you guys, and that just reminds me. I don't believe for 1 minute that body was there since May what, the 3rd. I don't believe it. And we didn't find her until what, 30 days, 31 days later? I don't believe it. For some reason, I just don't believe it. Because, 31 days? I don't believe that. Okay, yes. So, so this thing is not showing me what the chat is saying. And I don't know why. Okay, let me see what it's saying. We seen the photos of the fence last night behind the apartment. It can be what happened. Yes. Check out the video 54 Keys did last night. Okay, so you want me to check out 54 Keys? Okay, cause I do kick it over there sometimes. Okay, China Moon says me either. Yes, Tina, that will show it. Okay, we got PM in there. PM 464646. Right, Tina H. I don't know what that means. Hello, beautiful. The chat. Much love. 3. So we got PM 4646. I wonder who that is. Trying to be all incognito. Who is that? PM is okay. Okay, PM is okay. PM say PM is okay. How PM gonna say it's themself is okay? Anybody know PM in the house? You ain't got to. Cause oh yeah, you guys, I tried to wake you. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad. Telling. I believe you. I believe you. I believe DV's brother dumped Malia's body off on his way to. Yes, I believe that he could. It's a possibility, or he knew where it was at. Cause I don't believe that body was there. Alfonso Scott is live now. Oh, is he? He just saying, but we chatting it up over here. Oh, Alfonso Scott made, I was in his chat room. Well, I wasn't in his chat room, but I looked at his live. He had a really nice live the other day. Now, this is what I was telling you guys. Okay, we were in a live a couple of days ago, and somebody had mentioned Icky Meal, and I was trying to tell you guys, Icky Meal is pretty good. He stays to the fact he's very, he's a laid back person, and he's saying be patient. But only thing I was trying to say, and I said, I love him. I think he have tried some big things. Okay, thank you, sis. And so, Icky Meal, I follow a lot of these people because if I didn't, how would I learn? How would I learn to do something I've never done before? So they've made a path, and I just look at it. And yes, I love Icky Meal. I love Alfonso Scott, but I tell you what, if my daughter came up missing, I think I would put my money on Alfonso Scott. Even though Icky Mill got bigger numbers, I would put my money on Alfonso Scott because he's passionate. And I'm not saying Icky Mill is not passionate. I'm just saying I would want a bulldog in the fight. You see what I'm saying? I don't want somebody to just wait. And that's all I'm saying. But it all depends on where you at in the situation. Now, we could be on the outside of the situation and we could pick this person. But when we're on the inside of the situation, I would want a bulldog. I'm just telling you guys. And so, and I love them both. I don't just differentiate each one. I mean, there's some women that I follow and stuff. There's more men that does these vlogs, and I don't know how that is. You women better go ahead and start your channel if you haven't started your channel. There's more men that have started channels than women. If you look around, look, and pay attention. And you women, I don't know why you're not doing it. Helen Scott, Mr. Scott gonna get him. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're going to see what he can do. You guys, we're going to support him because let's see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's not let's let's support him. The reason why DV couldn't be back into Houston to pick BB up at the airport on time, if it took 5 hours going, 5 hours coming back, it's no way DV could be in two places at one time. Yes, but okay, he was supposed to pick her up around about 5. Well, I'm pretty sure he knew, but they said that that car was seen in Sugarland at 2. Now they're saying that that wasn't the same car. Now, what is it, the same car that we seen in an intersection? Or is that the person that left the hospital that you guys are saying that is not Brittany's car leaving, since there's 2 identical cars in Sugarland that has, guess what? The same tag. HPD is in a world of trouble. Somebody gonna have to answer to that because FBI is in it now. Yes, the same license plate. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna find out that the license plate done came missing and oh my. You guys, this is so weird. It's just unbelievable how foolish these people are. The neighbors supposedly talked with the people. CPS may be the ones to bring charges against her. Well, I don't know if I don't know if CPS is going to do that because I'm going to tell you why. CPS gave the child to her. Now, it's just like you, the mother, and you know that your child is in trouble for stealing candy. And so you go and what? Take the candy and give the candy to the baby and then get mad because the baby got candy all over the place. No, get mad at yourself. So how can CPS, want to bring charges against Brittany when they gave her the baby? Now, here's the thing, you guys, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Oh, yeah, they can do it because they want other people to look at Brittany and not look at them. But here's the thing, and I am not trying to disrespect anybody, but, Stevie Wonder could have seen this child being abused. Anybody could have seen. Every time you turn around, she had whips around her neck. She had, blackened spots on her eyes. She had, falling from a chair. She's got brain injury surgeries. Not one, but multiple. Brain injury surgeries from falling from a regular base chair. I don't care if it's six, one of those high boys that you guys can sit at and eat breakfast. Even if it's that chair that she fell from, it would not cause that type of injury. It don't take a scientist to figure that out. It just takes somebody with some common sense. Now, had she been on top of the roof or second story building, I can see her needing surgery. Because that's a blow, that's a fall. You've got to understand the distance to the fall don't meet the injury. It don't do it. So for CPS to we kind of figure, we just don't know who did it. Well, if you don't know who did it, that don't mean you just say, okay, since we don't know who did it, we just give it to them anyway. That's what they did. We just give her baby back anyway. Then they turned around and said she didn't even finish up the classes. And if she didn't finish up the classes, what were you giving her the baby back for? Just because they done got a house and they're not in their mother's house anymore, you give her the babies back? No, you make her work for those kids back. Make her understand what a parent is. You don't give her the baby back, then the baby come up dead, and now y'all want to press charges too. And nobody got the evidence to try to convict her because right now everything is up in the air. And I try to tell you guys this. Don't look at all of this stuff as facts. It can change just like that. That's why we don't even have to argue about it. Because it can change like that. Well, why are we going to spend 5 days, 2 weeks talking about the car and then come to find out they're wanting to tell us that's not the car. It's an identical car. It just so happened randomly picked him up while he was hitchhiking. His whole story doesn't even match. But now, here we're coming to the matching part that this what he's saying is true. Please. But it's an identical car. Wouldn't you think before the police put that out that they would have checked to see instead of saying, oh, it's the same color, it's the same model? If that's what kind of police is down there, you need to go ahead and fire all the people. Yep, fire them and get you somebody that's got some sense. Maybe some kindergartners or something, or some fifth graders. Because you just don't take a picture and say, that's the same car. You have to do some investigating. You have to look at the numbers. You have to go and do some research. Ask some people, some questions. Go out and try to find the car. You don't go posting it on every newscast that this is the car and the family, da-da-da-da-da. You could have caused some problems for a family if it was not true and you put that information out there and somebody got hurt. You could have had a lawsuit because people were angry and upset in their feelings, and I'm pretty sure they were probably trying to figure out. And if they would have figured out who was driving that car, like say for instance, you get a picture and say, oh, it was Brittany's mother. Everybody would have been hating Brittany's mother and looking for her. And then what if she would have came up missing? Because you guys just put some stuff out there and said that this is what it is. While you playing with people's emotions and feelings. It's not a game. So HPD looks really foolish. They really do. While they're trying to explain to everybody else, be patient and we're working diligently and da 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 da, and we're gonna give you guys updates. They ain't gave us no update. They ain't gave us no update. Giving him a 5 to 99 is not no update. An indictment. It's not no update with the new charges. No, you know what an update is? An update is saying, okay, Brittany is charged. An update is the investigators found out with a eyewitness that, you know, or they heard this screaming and yelling or whatever. See, because I know when Darian walked across that yard and Malia was behind him and she was just trotting along, she was just a trot. I know that little girl wasn't quiet when she went in the house. Everybody know that. So when Brittany said she didn't know she was at home, she was like, I already checked the room and they was gone. He been sneaking her in. Here's the word. He snuck her in. The minute she said snuck, you guys tell me what you think. I'm finna listen to you guys for a minute. Let me see, because I'm looking at these chat and I see you guys work in the chat room. Go ahead and do your network at whatever. Yes, give us those thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let me see. Who's saying what? Okay, Helen Baker says she's negligence for that. They may have been arguing and she got too close and got knocked down. That was in my narrative, Helen. That was in my narrative. Yeah, they were arguing or something. That's the same narrative. That's the narrative that I came up with. And I don't believe it's an accident. I believe it could have been that way. That's one of the ways I think it could have happened. They were arguing when they got in the house and she came in the room or whatever. And, or Brittany got angry at the little girl and showed her frustration out on the little girl right then and right there. Because she probably walked through and Darian was like, leave her alone, da 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 da. And then she probably did something. Because, when you arguing, you're like, da 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 da. And she probably shook her, threw her down, bam. You see what I'm saying? They're saying there was a blunt object that had hit her head. Okay, then another narrative that everybody had came up with was that she was already gone before Darian got home. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe that more than anything. And I don't know why I believe that one more. I believe that Brittany was getting ready to get on that plane. Malia was running all over the place and wanted some attention. And Brittany was already mad at Darian. He done left like, okay, forget it. You still talking that gay stuff, blah, 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 miss me with that. He gets in the car, goes to work. Malia's there, wanting that attention, and he's not answering his phone, so she takes it out on Malia. She takes it out on Malia. She got so angry. I've seen people on the drop of a dime get so angry, really angry, that after they get done, they don't know what they just did. And then she doesn't know that she's near death. So she's probably a little bit unresponsive, not answering her. So Brittany gets on the phone and say, hey baby, I just heard Malia. I don't think she's breathing. You need to come home. And Darian's like, let me put on my cape. Da-da-da-da. Let me come and rescue my woman. Let me come and see. I can't believe what she's saying. She said she killed her. I don't know. He throws up. Because, he don't believe it. But what she said, is it true? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So he throws up. He rushes to the house. And as he gets to the house, he's like, well, okay, she might be breathing a little bit. Let's just go put her in her bed. You know? Let's go put her in her bed. Oh, Janet's here. Okay, let's not let her come in. Let's meet her in, honey. Just tell her that we're coming out there. Because I got your suitcase. Just stay in the car. Just tell her to stay in the car. We're coming out there. And we can't let her in. So Brittany and Darian walks to the car together. And Janet says, hey, where's Malia? And Brittany says, she's at daycare. So they head on to the airport, and Brittany gets on the plane, and Darian's like, emergency, emergency, emergency. And she's like, I'm not even going to respond. Because one, I'm mad at him, you know? Because he made me do this. She ain't even concerned that her daughter could be dead. I'm just saying, you guys. I don't know. Y'all talk when I talking, and that don't work. But I'm gonna read it. Okay. China Moon says if BB isn't responsible, she had knowledge. Yes. She was hurt while or before. Yes. Sherelle says I think she did it an hour. Yes. PMP says, thanks for sharing your platform. You're welcome, PMP. Come anytime. We're here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. Central Time, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. China says, okay, she's talking to Sherelle. Okay, Sherelle. His coworker says she called him at work and he he started vomiting and rushing home. Tina Holland says that's why he only worked 1 hour. Yes. Okay, R. Golby says, Mr. R. I don't know if that's Mr. or Mrs. I don't know. I don't want to say, we'll just say R. RG says, BB was already under investigations with CPS. Then CPS decided without viewing the case thoroughly. And then here comes DV in her life. And DV was protecting of Malia. I believe so, RG. Exact. Tina said, right. Thank you. Okay, Sherelle says, I believe that's how it happened. She was dead when he got up. Yes, I do too. China says, but who was supposed to be watching Malia though? Janet was supposed to be watching Malia. That's what Brittany says. Janet was supposed to be watching Malia. Pimp says yes. Or PM. I say pimp because it looked like there's an I in it, but it ain't. It's just a PM, PM, PM. PM, 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 PM. Okay. Joe Jackson says when she went on Darian's Facebook page, clicking on all of his old pictures, that showed that she loved him more than her daughter. Yep. Yeah. I was just talking to my husband about that. Person couldn't kill my kid, and I'm sitting there with the engagement ring on. That would have been pawn, and then the money I would have went and got me a pew 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 pew. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I'm not gonna play. I'm just telling you guys the truth. Okay. Deborah Nicholson's in the house. Nice to see you. This is true about some people can get so angry they don't know how to control their anger and they take it too far. Yes, they can. I've seen it happen, and I'm not going to share with you guys because I know sometimes that person may come in here and they'll know that I'm saying this, but I've seen this one person get angry, and I've never seen this person get angry before, and I was kind of like, whoa, what just happened here? And it was about food. It was about food. And I mean, they were literally angry. They were like, blah, blah, blah. And I was just sitting there and I was like, I need to go. I don't even want to be a witness if something happened. And I'm serious. I didn't want to be a witness because anything could have jumped off. And I mean, they were literally fighting and crying over food, and they had plenty of food. Oh, that's okay, Tina. I know you probably is. Say okay. So Tina Davis in the house. All of them guilty. Yes. RG. B because she already knew. Tina Holland says 6 police officers. Yes, shot. Oh, it's 6 now? When we first started, we put out the breaking news. It was 4. Thank you, Tina, for Holland for the update. Keep us posted of what's going on with those police officers. Did they catch the person? Oh, okay. Thank you, SP. You're welcome, China Moon. Mr. Scott topic. That's okay. Sorry. You okay, Tina? Too funny. What? You're funny. PM, PM, PM. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. She wouldn't take her to her dad because they had CPS dates on the 22nd. Oh, okay. Ashley Turner. Oh, okay. Hi, love. Okay. RG says BB was still home with Malia and DV was at work. BB did that. OMG. This is so horrifying and sad. Yes. I love food, but I'm not going to fight over it, China. I love food too. Not sure exactly what's going on. Okay. That's fine. If you're watching, if you're make sure you don't leave, but just, if you hear anything, keep us informed while we're in the room because we did put it out on the breaking news that anytime that police officer. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. I know that there are a whole bunch of bad police officers out there, and you know, I don't know. They do what they do, but here's the thing. They do protect us, and so you know, you got to thank them for the job that they do. They put a lot out on risk. I think what they should do with the police officers, I think like they should be like a year on and a year off. And the reason why I say that, give them some time to rest and relax instead of on. Just like even the teachers need time to relax and rest, not just teach kids because we would have a lot of kids hurt in them schools because them teachers, they got to be very patient. So I think the police officers should get some time off, like a year or two, like after 2 years or something or 3 years, you got to take 6 months off the job just to get reevaluated instead of trying to make things stick, coming in line, not doing your job. Even nurses, and I'm a nurse. I think we should get 6 months off and just to get our lives back together because we see so much. You know, everything needs to be rejuvenated. Come on, you guys. Let me see what what you're talking about. Because we're in our hour. Always bad ones in the apple. Yes. And you know what, Helen? If you try this one time. You put one bad apple in the barrel, you're not going to end up with one bad apple. You might as well throw either half of all of that barrel away. Okay? That tells you something. I'm going to tell you something. That's how virus, you know, if one person get a virus or one person get a disease, you can't put them with a lot of healthy, people. A lot of people going to get sick because of that one person. One bad apple. See, we say right now, one bad apple. Okay. I'm gonna share something with you guys, and I hope you guys give me some feedback because we're gonna get off of here. We're in the hour, and I still got to get some rest. But I was having a problem with a job, and they were treating me so wrong. You guys, I'm serious. I would cry. I did not want to go into work. The reason why I continue to go, it paid the highest paying job in the United States without going to school. Okay? Now, they sent me to school, but without going to school, I got the job. And they paid very, 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 very well. And I do miss it. But anyway, this job treated me so bad. It was a lot of people that did a lot of things wrong. If you didn't date the person like the manager, they put you in a lower job. They make other people hate you because you don't go to lunch with them. You know, you basically, if you moved up in the company, you were probably having a relationship with someone. Well, I didn't take that route. I had plenty of opportunities, but I didn't do it, and so I did get treated bad. Okay, now there was this one supervisor that didn't treat me bad. He didn't treat me bad. And so one day I was coming to work and I was walking down the hall and he was like, "Hey SP, how you doing?" And and I knew he was a good person. He was a Christian and everything. He's never treated me bad. And I thought for a minute and I thought, So I just looked at him and I just turned my head. And then he comes closer and he's like, "SP, SP." And he gets my attention and I look at him and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? How was your weekend?" And I didn't say anything to him. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm so angry. I'm so angry and I'm so bitter at this job. And I'm not bitter at him, but I'm thinking, you seeing all of this stuff happening to me. And I haven't done anything. I don't deserve it. And you're saying, how is my day? And you're seeing this? So when you don't say something, I felt angry with him also. But he didn't know, he didn't understand it. So then he comes up to me in my face now. He's directly in my face and he says, "SP, I haven't done anything to you. These other people doing this stuff to you, you know, lying on you, you know, causing you all kind of chaos and stuff. But I haven't done anything to you. Why you ain't speaking to me?" You know what I told him? I said, "'Cause you allowing it and you're friends with him. You're part of it. You're letting it happen. And you know it's happening. You know? So you're not helping me coming over here saying hi. You're part of that equation. Because you're definitely not helping me. They got their backs turned and you over here. Hi, hi." People got their nerves. And I learned, I don't need friends like that. I just don't. You know? If you're going to be on their side, lying with them, and then acting like you not, and then when they ain't watching, that's when you want to start, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, I don't need your friendship. You know, I don't need it. So, you guys. Anyway, let me see, because I said let's get some closing arguments and things in the house. I love food, but I'm not going to fight over it. Sure, exactly what's going on. Okay. Sherelle says she asked Brittany where Malia when she picked her up, and she never answered her. Then Janet stopped making statements. Sherelle, what you talking about? You better show me where that is. I'm not saying that what you're seeing is not so. I just want to find it. Cause I know at one time she was saying that she was supposed to have pick up that, I mean, she's supposed to have the baby, and then what's her name? Janet Jeanette Gus said that they said that, or she didn't say who, was it Darian said or Brittany said that she was at daycare, and that's all I heard. And if anything, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I know the police is acting like they ain't got nothing on Brittany, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if they wanted to charge Brittany with something just because, they can, and they haven't. They haven't. I don't think that people care if you get it wrong. I think that they want to see you do something, and not seeing her walk around here free as a bird, getting her nails painted, you know, and all that. Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Alfonso, how you doing? Glad to have you in our chat. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed you coming in. We were just discussing some things, and oh my goodness. It's nice to finally see you in our chat. We're always in your chat. We were just talking about your chat. And so see, now I'm way off base now. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so what was we talking about, you guys? See, I get way off. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. See, for some reason, I have to look at two phones because this one is not showing my chat at all. So I have to come and look at this one. And this is why I'm telling you guys, we're going to have that studio together. Since my husband got out the hospital, he ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. He can help me with the studio. And we're going to put it together so I don't have to wear glasses. And I can read you guys' comments. And I ain't got to move and do all of this because that's so uncomfortable. So we were talking about, that's okay. That's okay. So we were talking about when Darion was telling when Janet was supposed to be picking up the baby when they were going to the airport, that somebody, they didn't say if she was talking to Darion. They didn't say she was talking, or who said that she was at the daycare. Do anybody got that information? Did Brittany say she was at daycare, or did Darion say she was at daycare? Okay. Because that is what was reported. That Janet said, that they said she was at daycare. And I'm going to share something with you guys. I don't know if you've seen some of the narratives that we have out there, but there's this one, and I just want to put this out there, that if you notice, because I said a narrative and everybody's like, no, that's the wrong girl. It was Janet. It wasn't Janet. That doesn't change my narrative. It changed the person. I probably got the person. You know what I'm saying? The person that I'm saying. But I really wasn't trying to, and I don't really think I got the wrong person. Because the girl that was in the video, that when they did the live on Facebook, she kept saying to her, and I feel that I said my personal narrative, said that girl was answering her before she was answering, and Brittany was kind of like pausing, and she kind of mouthed, like she knew what the answer was. And everybody was like, no, that was Jenny Gus. Now, don't throw the baby out with the water. What I'm saying is, if you look at the interviews that Brittany went through, she always says, the guy says, okay, Brittany, well, how did you get to the airport? Brittany says, my friends, an S, plural. She says, my friends took me to the airport. She didn't say, my friend. Okay? And then in another interview, matter of fact, it wasn't an interview, it was when they were doing their lives, she said, friends again. Okay? You got to remember, people don't make mistakes when they say friend, because she says if she didn't have Janet, she don't know what she would do, because Janet is a good friend. But when she's in the interview, she says, my friends. She says, I don't know if you guys can see that. An S on the end. She says, my friends took me to the airport. My friends. So that's why I tell you guys all the time, when you get some information and it don't line up with your information, Don't just throw it out in the wash, because something's going to come out in the rinse, okay? Something's going to come out. But I didn't say Janet. I said her friend that we've seen there was probably there. She was probably there when they took her to the airport. You know? Do anybody got any information Janet was there by herself? Because that is not what Brittany says. Brittany says, this is quote from Brittany. She says, my friends. My friends. You see what I'm saying, you guys? Okay, I'm going to have to look at the chat because, okay, it ain't saying. Oh, Tina's asking Alfonso, do you know anything about the barbed wire fence? Because everybody is saying, I guess they had a couple of chat rooms open yesterday. I think somebody said it was Cash Out and somebody else. And they were discussing the barbed wire fence, and that's how Darian got all of this, the scarrings and stuff on his neck and on his legs and on his elbows and, and all of that. But, and I says, me, myself, I says, that's what my grandson says, I says, okay, that's fine and dandy, but he came in with a pure white t-shirt on with no blood. How does that happen? I don't know. I just don't know. Hey girl, hey Tammy. And we were all in your chat the other day, so and we had a good time over there. Oh, it was in 54 keys also. I'll try to keep count. 54 keys. I think someone said 54 keys. Yeah, 54 keys. Somebody said amp. And then somebody said that they was in cash out too. So we always going to, you guys, we are already past our hour. We're 17 minutes into it. I have to get off of here. We appreciate Alfonso Scott coming in the building, Injustice Investigation. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because, like I said, if my child was missing, I would want him on the case. I really would. But anyway, you guys, Brittany did. Yeah, I think all of that, I think we're so into the little things. We want to see something happen. And they're not doing anything because they're putting out a lot of false information, you guys, Oh, you're welcome. And I do know that we're all upset and angry, and we're always gonna forever, every day. I don't care how many times you guys see it. We're gonna post it. We're gonna be talking about the Malia Davis case. We were gonna talk. Okay, let's put 5 minutes, you guys, into. Did you guys see the man and the daughter that had this party, this sex party, with 2 teenage girls at the Motel 6? Okay, very disgusting. If you haven't, go back and watch it. We posted it this morning. And he giving these girls these alcohol and MSD, some kind of drug. I've never heard of the drugs before. I mean, I don't know about these drugs. And they party. You guys, say that, okay. Yes. We keep the name in our mouth. We're going to keep Malia's name in our mouth, you guys. And you guys, I want you to go back and watch that clip because this is what this world is coming to. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. And I'm going to tell you something. If you haven't seen it, go back and look at it because you guys need to keep your eyes open. Wake up. Wake up. Get along with each other. Love on each other. Share. Do your network. Support your brothers and your sisters and everything. Always be aware of what's going on. And the reasons why we're putting this stuff out here, I know it's gross. I know you don't want to see it. But you got to understand, it's happening. It's nothing new. It's happening. We're just putting it out there so you can see it. So the guy and the young lady, the father and the daughter, goes to Motel 6. Now his name is Coon, Coke, or Bud. His name is actually, what was it, like Alonzo or something? Anyway, him and his daughter is at Motel 6. The two teenage girls meet them there. Bud, they called him Bud. He's feeding them all these drugs, giving them Hennessy. Oh my goodness. Okay, you ready, baby? Okay. And so you scared me. And so he's giving them Hennessy. He's giving them all kinds of things to take. And then his own daughter, they're they're doing these acts with the girls. They're vomiting all over the place. They're doing each other. They throw the teenage girls on the bed and just start having sex with them. Oral sex and everything, making them do all kind of stuff. So his own daughter stops and gives her own dad oral sex so he can, you know, so he can whatever, be ready to so he can finish the jobs with the teenagers. You guys watch the video. I got to get out of here. My husband says it's time to eat. I love you guys. We'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. Central. Good night. Good night, everybody. Justice for Malia. I know, Sandy, discuss it. Love you, RG. Come back and see us. You guys behave. Be good. Be safe. And be nice to each other. Bye. Good night, Mel.